Hooty hoo, one and all! We are the Kangs, Pop Culture Kangs. We are here for the great Marvel debate. I am Tank, that is Ice.
How's it going, guys?
And we will be talking Marvel movies today. Go for it, sir.
That's right. Now, everyone always likes to talk about their favorite Marvel movies, which is honestly Avengers, Iron Man, Guardians, and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. One of those four.
Yes. But what they don't like to talk about, which we're going to talk about right now, hey, Tank, what are your least favorite Marvel movies and why?
See, Iron Man 3 because it's a terrible movie. Iron Man 2 because it's a terrible movie. And Thor the Dark World because it has a very lame villain. And it's not a terrible movie, but it's not a very good one. And those are my bottom three. Those would be my bottom three.
Yeah, that's pretty... Now, before we get into deeper about that, I want to talk about Iron Man 3.
Why?
Because it was actually doing good until a certain part. Up to a certain part, it was a very good movie. It was very enjoyable.
We'll be doing spoilers, okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, if you haven't seen it, then that's your problem.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. Now, it started off really good, and it was like a roller coaster. Really good, and crap. And what you said was, in Dark World, bad villain, correct?
Very bad villain. Very horrible villain.
Wait, what was his name?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
I've seen the movie 3 times. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you a thing about the villain.
Yeah. And that's the problem Marvel's going to have. If you take a top 10 list of Marvel villains, you will have maybe 2 that Marvel can actually use. And that's going to be a huge problem down the line for them, I think. You have Thanos, and I don't want to say Loki because he really isn't.
They've turned Loki kind of into an anti-hero.
Well, it's not even that. In the comic books, he's not the best villain. I mean, if before he came out in the Thor movies, and
no offense to you, I always thought he was kind of lame in the comic books. I mean, the movies really did him, really brought new life to that character.
Yeah, that's the point I want to make in a second. Is before the Avenger movie, before the Thor movie, you put him on the top 10. I bet you almost no one does.
No,
I mean, I guess your top ones are maybe Magneto, Thanos for sure, Apocalypse, Galactus, and one character you can use out of that. And don't get me wrong, Thanos is awesome, and
yes, he is.
I cannot wait till that movie comes out. It's gonna be epic, a 2-parter, which is really freaking cool for them to do.
Yeah,
it's just what to do with the villains. Take the Mandarin for a second. I remember watching the movie, and then that part happened where he's an actor. First, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, is he just playing on him?
Trevor.
Yeah. Up to that point, the Mandarin was an awesome villain.
Yeah, it was really well done. It was really cool. There was this sense of foreboding wherever he came up. I mean, you're legitimately scared of this guy. Then he turns out to be an actor. I mean, a lot of people praise that for having a ballsy, gutsy plot twist. But look, I'm sorry. It just took the legs out from under the movie for me.
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah, it ruined the movie. And this point I'm trying to make is, with Loki and the Mandarin before that scene, Marvel made 2 really good villains. And I think that's what they're going to have to do, is take a B-list villain, C-list villain, or even make one up and make them great.
Well, I didn't think they did all they could have done with Ultron.
Yeah. He needed to be more evil, and I think this is Disney's hand in this. I mean, if it wasn't Disney owned, I think it would have been a little darker. But I think that's Disney's hand. I
Well,
think their hand's going to go in, start going in a little bit
Kevin
more.
Feige has said, that the movies are never going to be too dark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a fine line though. I mean, damn it, we'll edit this part out. Hold on. Thought I did that. My bad. Yeah, there's a fine line where you can be. You don't have to be rated R, X-rated, whatever.
No.
But there's a fine line between PG and PG-13. I mean.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's neither here nor there because I mean, just the problem is like Fox, while they can stumble with an, X-Men Origins or an X-Men The Last Stand, is because the X-Men is such a vast, license, and Marvel proper, Marvel, which is a Disney, I mean, they're suffering greatly because they don't have the X-Men property. Because, you have Apocalypse, you have Magneto. I mean, two of the best bad guys in the land of Marvel, belong to the X-Men. And let's talk about Doctor Doom. Fox also has Doctor Doom. I mean, Marvel Disney, they should be mining better villains because the main weaknesses of most of their movies, even the better ones, is that the villains aren't that great. Our good but slightly confused review of Ant-Man, the one thing that's held up until now with Marvel is that the bad guy's going to be lame. And, they got a good actor and all, but it's just, there was nothing for him to do.
Yeah, he was just there to be at the end,
He's like just there, twirl his mustache. Even though he didn't have one, just, I'm the bad guy. I have, massive daddy issues. But, if DC has an advantage in this whole Marvel DC thing, it's that DC, all of the best villains, Warner Brothers owns.
Yes.
And, granted, look what Marvel's done, up until now. I mean, they're the cock of the walk, so to speak. But I think outside of Thanos, they need to build up more, a stronger base of villains.
They have plenty of villains that they can use. Mm-hmm. It's just how they're going to use them, if they're going to use them. And
I mean, when they were doing Ultron, I was really excited because I'm like, Ultron was a legit baddie in the comic books, and he didn't do nearly what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah,
in the movie,
he should have been here, and he was like right here. I mean, he is one of their top villains, and he's a very dangerous villain. And it seemed like they put kid gloves on him. They needed to do more. They need to step up with their villains and not make them so. I don't.
Kid friendly.
There you go. I mean,
family friendly.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a family friendly villain. Let's be honest. I mean, if you're a killer, you're a killer. Mm-hmm. Show it more. More people should have died when that damn thing went up. But I don't know.
Well, they went out of their way to say, "Hey, we're saving the people. We're saving the people," which is awesome. It's just
you can't save everyone though.
If you're going by realistic terms, yes. You can't save everybody, but that's the world. Marvel occupies.
Yeah, and
they're going to live in they're going to flirt with dark material pretty much only with their Netflix shows.
And that's another discussion for later dates. We'll do, we'll address that because there's big things happening with Netflix. But I'm just dumbfounded about these villains because they're great villains and they're not using their potential. And that's going to hurt them in the long run.
I think they're kind of taking especially now that they get to share Spider-Man, I think that's going to stop the villain bleeding for a while. it all depends on what they're going to do post Thanos. You know, what's the plan after, you know, Infinity War? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I've seen a couple movies, but nothing too big that's coming out. Inhumans, which I thought originally they were supposed to put Inhumans in with the Thanos movie, them fighting Thanos too, but I guess that's coming after.
Well, you got Inhumans, you have Black Panther coming up, you have Doctor Strange coming up. So, you know, they could easily turn this around. It's just,
oh yeah,
you know, will they?
Yeah, that's the key. I mean, the movie's gonna be big. I don't know how many. I don't know. I'm guessing Black Panther is gonna be in Infinity Wars. I'm guessing Doctor Strange is going to be. Maybe even the Inhumans. Maybe that sets them up to go in there. Yeah. And that just shows you how badass Thanos really is. He's getting 2 movies to fight him. And you're getting Avengers. I'm guessing Guardians. I heard Guardians is supposed to be in there too.
You've used 3 movies to, you know, so far.
Hype him up.
Hype him up. You know, both Avengers and Guardians.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a big payoff that, you know, is being promised to the fans there.
Yeah, and they need to deliver. Yeah. Thanos is...
I'm sure they will. It's just, I don't think it's going to be a Thanos nearly as hardcore as he got in the comics, but he'll still be hardcore.
We need Thanos to be a great villain, and I don't know how they're going to stop him, but hopefully they don't kill him so he can come back.
One would hope.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enough with the villain topic for now. The big news right now is Captain America: Civil War. We finally got Spider-Man. It's finally official. We had all those rumors for months. Is he going to be in it? Is he not going to be in it? I heard at one point he's not going to be in it because filming's already shot. But fortunately, he is going to be in it, and MILF May is going to be in it.
MILF May. You heard it here first. MILF May.
Yeah. I don't know about that pick, but I do like her. So I mean, she is pretty hot.
She's a great actress.
Oh yeah.
You know, people forget she has an Academy Award. You know, at her home, at her place of business. I mean, of course, she's a great actress. So when you add great talent, why be upset at that?
Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously in the comic books, which I never really got, she's like in her 80s. I mean, how...
Well, she was younger in the Ultimate Spider-Man run.
Yeah, but...
So I'm not surprised if they, you know, brought her age down, you know, to what it is, since they're going so much younger with Peter Parker this time out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with it because, like I said, she's like 80 in the comic books, but I mean, I know it's their aunt and uncle taking care of him and all that good stuff. I mean, like, what was the age difference between the parents? I mean, it's like, what, he was in like his 80s when he freaking had that kid? So, yeah.
But, you know, I like this move. I like, you know, from what I understand, you know, Tom Holland's a great actor. You know, he was in this movie called The Impossible. I never saw it, but I heard he's really good in it. And
I was happy with their choice. They did.
I'm just happy that they made a choice. That this is all finally over. Spider-Man's gonna have a small part in Civil War before he has his own movie in 2017.
And don't forget the Infinity Gauntlet.
And the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. What comes out first? You know.
Infinity War Part 1 comes out in 18. And Part 2 comes out in 19.
Ah, that long.
Yeah. That long.
Damn, Marvel.
Okay, it's part of the plan, sir. It's part of the plan.
So anyways, going back to Captain America Civil War, as you said many times, it doesn't feel like a Captain America movie. It feels like Avengers 2.5.
Yeah. Because I honestly thought they were going to do the Civil War storyline as Avengers movies. But...
yeah, when I first heard, like 2 years ago, they wanted to do the Civil War, I was really happy about that. For them to announce the title of Captain America and put it Civil War, I was a little bit confused because, like we're doing the Infinity Gauntlet, I would like to see 2 movies out of it.
Well, you know, Civil War basically took up all the Avengers, and I was surprised they just decided to make it an Avengers movie because on paper, that's what it's turning out to be. Everybody except for Thor and.
Which he was not in Civil War, by the way.
Yeah,
Because at that point he
yeah.
was dead.
Yeah.
But they had a robot. We're not going to get into that, though.
But, and after that, there's talk that Hulk has a small role in the movie. So, I mean, that's everybody except for Thor,
Yeah.
part of. So it's an Avengers. So it's essentially an Avengers movie, and I'm hoping that it's a Captain America movie
Yes.
rather than an Avengers movie.
Now, for those who do not know what Civil War is, it took place like 90 or not 90, 2005, 2007, around that area, and it impacted Marvel for years. The story, basically, what happened
Very
was,
important storyline.
what happened was a group of kids, superheroes, took on a villain that was a little too powerful for them, and what happened was they were videotaping it, and that leaked and brought up the discussion: should all the superheroes, one, give up their identity, and two, should be told to where to go and what to do and all that stuff. And basically Captain America was like, that's a little too far. And so basically what it did was split the heroes down the line. You had either Captain America's side or Iron Man. And if you were on Captain America's side, you were an outlaw.
Yeah.
And that was... Because I remember they had the New Avengers, and New Avengers had to do everything in secret because they had to fight the bad guy and then run because the other Avenger comic book characters would go after them. So it was kind of good Avenger versus bad Avengers. And what I understand, if I can remember right, Falcon will definitely go to... We'll go with Cap. Scarlet Witch will most likely go with Cap. Vision, I don't know what they're going to do in the movie, but in the comic book, he went with Cap.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I would like to see Punisher in this, but I know that's not going to happen.
No.
Because they did cast Punisher.
Punisher is, for the hardcore part. That would be the Netflix, branch of the company. That's the hardcore area.
Yeah.
That's where Punisher will be, opening his shop of business.
Yes, and we're thinking Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's going to be Ant-Man will be in the movie.
Yes, he will be in the movie, but what do you think he's going? What side he's going to?
Given,
The history.
You
of
you
what
can't really do, everybody has to give up their identities because everybody knows who everybody is in the cinematic universe anyway. Really, it's only really a handful of people who have a secret identity.
Yeah, I mean,
if they even have one.
Yeah, because that's when Spider-Man, in the
Unmasked
comic book,
himself,
he unmasked himself, and that was a huge thing.
So, I could see the issue being, the Avengers being more of a government regulated. They're only, they don't wait for. Basically, if Cap decides, hey, the Avengers get to go here, he has to wait for the government to say okay for him to do it. I think that's the route they're going to go down in the movie. But again, I wanted it to be an Avengers movie and not a Captain America movie.
Yeah,
but if since it's a Captain America movie, hey, look, it could turn out being more awesome than the Winter Soldier was.
Yeah, that would. Well, that's what we are hoping for.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to go watch a movie and it be bad. We always want good movies, but unfortunately, that doesn't always happen.
Well, we don't want there to be another Iron Man 3 because that was not cool.
Yeah. And I got like 4 stars. Dude, how that movie? It's like, ugh. I mean, if you don't know Mandarin or any of the Marvel comic books, whatever, I guess it would be fine. But that villain, that guy, that blonde hair guy, was just lame. And after that part was just, it just went downhill.
He is the Mandarin.
Yeah, and then they tried to do that short, and the real Mandarin came.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did that, and he had the rings, and it was really cool, I might forgive him for that.
But of the 3 Iron Man movies, one of them is really good.
Yeah. Second one was okay. Third one was, halfway decent.
No,
it was just...
they've been bad.
Yeah.
2 and 3 were pretty bad.
Okay, so we'll go with it. Captain America versus Iron Man. Their teams. Who thinks going where? Pretty sure Falcon and Captain America are inseparable. They're definitely going to be together. I'm guessing maybe Hawkeye will go with Iron Man.
Yeah, I think he
Hulk.
Iron Man.
Might go in is a toss up. I mean, maybe Black Widow.
Hulk
gets
wouldn't
there.
affiliate himself with anyone.
Yeah, he'd just be like on the side, he'd be like, eating popcorn.
But honestly don't know. I honestly don't know.
Because Vision, I mean, how the Avengers are right now with them, most of them will go with Captain America. I mean, in the comic books, Vision,
Well-
Hank Pym is not going to go with, because you've remember seeing the beginning.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think that. Well, I mean, Hank Pym won it, but maybe
Scott Lang.
Scott Lang might.
You know, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to with the movie. You know, how it surprises me and who goes where.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they're gonna follow comic book at all.
Oh no. Speculating is just gonna give me a nosebleed at this point. But I just really want to be surprised by it all.
Yeah, it's just a good movie. I just want it to be a good movie. I remember this is actually the thing that got me back into comic books. I for years I'd go on and off. When I heard that Captain America died, that's when I started collecting it again, getting all the comic books. I remember I got almost all the backstories, which was like 50-something issues. I got most of them. I got all this. And I remember for the longest time, I did not like Iron Man. I really had a grudge against Iron Man.
Look, I didn't like Iron Man until I saw the first movie. I wasn't a big Iron Man fan.
And that's another thing I like to bring up. When the first Iron Man movie came out, before any trailers, previews, or any reviews, I remember the headline was, Marvel brings out their B-list team. And I don't think Marvel ever gets credit for anything. I know when Guardians came out, everyone just thought that was just going to be a disaster. And proved them wrong. Ant-Man, pretty much the same thing. I think right now, they can't do wrong.
Well,
even their
Marvel right now is just, you know, a license, they have a license to just print money.
yes.
And, you know, look, strike while the iron is hot. I mean, people
Even-
like your product. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, even their bad movies make a lot of money. Iron Man 3 was horrible, and it still made $1 billion.
Yeah, it was grossly successful.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like I said, everyone wants to go see the movies because they're Marvel, and because Marvel makes entertaining movies.
Well, you know, since this run started in 2008, you know, the 12 movies they've done, really, the only one that really underperformed was The Incredible Hulk.
And that was a Paramount movie, though, wasn't it?
Universal.
Universal. So technically, they're not even their movie, so.
You know, they released it under the Marvel banner, but, you know, otherwise, look, people can say what they want about Marvel. Right now, their films get over big with the family crowd, you know, and it appeases enough of the comic book crowd.
Yeah.
And, you know, people really dig them.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome.
The thing with the comic book people, I mean, I know a lot of people, even with like the Dark Knights, the hardcore Batman people, I know a lot of them didn't like it. I mean, it's hard to do a comic book movie that way. You have
you can't please everybody.
Yeah, you
especially fanboys. Fanboys are always going to find something to bitch about. But at the end of the day, whether you know the movie entertains you or not is neither here or there. It's just did the experience, you know, envelop you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you know, Marvel isn't one to make big grand epics. You know what I mean? They just make movies. And either you like them or you don't. And I think DC's trying to go for the whole grand epic thing.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have a DC special coming up for you the next couple days. Hopefully we'll have it out, and we'll tell you the difference between what Marvel's doing and DC's doing, and how Marvel is basically shackled to a point on certain things. DC will not be, and it's going to be very interesting how dark they go. And like I say, you don't have to go dark per se, but I don't want.
If the Suicide Squad teaser is any indication, they're gonna go pretty dark.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, go dark, whatever. I just want it to be entertaining. I want it to stay true to the characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ultron is a killer. He's a robot. He didn't really have emotions. He didn't care. Ultron in the movie, he kind of cared, and I didn't want to see that.
since Tony Stark created him, he had to be a mirror of Tony Stark, you know, and hence the snarky attitude and, you know, the dropping of the one-liners. But no, he wasn't as they didn't go as sinister as they could have gone with the character.
I mean, even going with the CO, whatever his name is, they're not going to go dark. You could have still went a little darker with him. I think it was just too mild for me.
Well, look, Kingpin on the Daredevil series, you're never going to see that in a Marvel movie.
Yes,
that's not.
But I would like
happen.
to see a little something though. That's my thing is. Don't have to go dark, but you don't have to go PG either. There is a middle ground you can go to.
You might be barking up the wrong tree there, sir. They're gonna keep it a certain level.
Yes, I know, but
Yeah.
that level, I think they want here because I've seen that more villains and a little more deadlier. I mean, hopefully, with the next couple movies coming out, they're gonna get the villains right because I do not want them screwing up Thanos. Yeah.
Well, we'll see with Thanos.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, ladies and germs, that was our Marvel debate. Thank you for joining us for Tea and Cookies. Please join us again next week. I'm tanking. That's ice.
What the hell was that? It sounded like you're
That's how I'm ended, baby.
You sound like a stewardess. This is your stewardess today.
Hey.
Blah blah blah.
Hey, you just went on King flights, baby. That's just how it works.
Okay, we're Pop Culture Kings. We will have a couple more specials up for you in a couple days. Be patient. If there's anyone actually watching, we don't know at this point.
Deuces.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
All right, good. I'm done.